We welcome you here if you're a first timer. How many first timers do we have? Okay, over half the crowd. So, welcome. Dr. Baugh normally either introduces the guest speaker or he himself is the speaker for our first Saturday of the month lectures. We have lectures every 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock on first Saturdays. We go through different topics throughout the year. And this year he's looking at, the theme is the best evidence for creation. And so every month we're having a best evidence. And today Dr. Baugh is not here. He's at the funeral of Dr. Jack Van Impe. And if some of you, maybe my generation or older, remember Dr. Jack Van Impe as the walking Bible. He has memorized over 80% of the verses in the Old and New Testament. That's why he earned that name, the walking Bible. Quite a phenomenal feat. And he has a worldwide ministry, television broadcast for the last few decades, which is broadcasted around the world. He has a prophecy ministry also. Now his ministry is going to have to go without him. He died on January 22nd, a couple weeks ago, at age 88. Dr. Baugh has been the longest serving board member of his ministry, and so Dr. Baugh was invited to speak at his funeral. So we have a guest speaker today. Mike Scaff joins us. Mike Scaff's no stranger to the Creation Evidence Museum. He's a friendly face around here, and we rely on him for engineering expertise, and he can answer questions about the museum. So if we're busy in the back there, you can always go to Mike. Mike is a senior fellow at Lockheed Martin in Fort Worth, a senior fellow there in Fort Worth. He is a member of the Human Performance Engineering Group, which actually designs and tests the cockpits of the jet fighters. Mike was a pilot himself, F-16, with the United States Air Force, and so we appreciate your service.
Thank you, sir.
Your military service and fighting for our country and defending our rights. We appreciate that. Today he has time to basically work with the simulators, like the aircraft simulators, testing new advanced designs of that. Did you mention the cockpit F-35 last time?
I didn't, but I can do it this time.
Please do.
Okay.
I think that's so fascinating how the cockpit, how the machine and the man interact together almost on an instantaneous basis. And just the tremendous engineering it went in to design the helmet and the cockpit and the display board, all that, to our most sophisticated probably jet fighters in the world. So if you can help me to give Mike Scaff a warm welcome, we'll have him come up. Mike?
Thank you. Thanks, David.
You're welcome.
Oh, this is going to be so boring. We're so glad you're here, though. Thanks for paying your taxes. If you didn't pay your taxes, I couldn't have flown F-16s. We couldn't build F-35s up in Fort Worth. And so just keep it up. Don't let me down. April 15th is coming, so just pay those gladly. If you're like me, I pay those reluctantly, but I pay those. The F-35 was phenomenal. And so as taxpayers, let me tell you for just a second, there's a helmet the pilot wears. In my day on the F-16, we had a head-up display. And when I sat there in the seat, I looked through a piece of glass, and a computer projected information on the head-up display, and I'd look through that, and that's how we aimed and shot missiles and shot the gun and did things like that. Now on the F-35, the pilot puts a helmet on, and all of that information is on the visor. Sometimes I talk to kids, and they'll say, well, have you looked at an Oculus Rift or a Microsoft HoloLens? And I tell them, oh, young man or young woman, you don't know the half of it. We put these helmets on, and the computer projects everything into both eyes. And you can see it's augmented reality. Wherever you look, the computer augments reality with symbology. It tells you what's out there. So you can see the good guys and the bad guys and things on the ground and things in the air. And it is a totally different way of doing business. There are thermal cameras on the outside of the airplane. If you want to, you can hands-on select those cameras. And on the visor, we can show you the imagery wherever you look, even down through the bottom of the airplane. It looks like you're flying Wonder Woman's glass airplane. You can see midnight the same as you do at noon because it's thermal imagery, not visible light imagery. So it allows us to be up at 30,000 feet and look right down through the bottom of the airplane and see what's going on beneath us. And so it's a breakthrough in technology.